I thought this POCO X8 Pro would be released 2 more months later, but it arrived faster than I expected. Obviously, this is the global version of the Redmi phone. Most of the specifications are the same and it looks the same as well, but there are still some small changes. Let's unbox it and talk about what's the same and what's different. When you open the box, everything feels familiar. The phone sits in the middle and underneath it are those classic accessories. The charger supports 100 watts and the port is still USB-A, which means if you want to reach the maximum charging speed, you'd better use the official cable. Above the phone, you get the SIM tool, the manual, and a black silicone case. It's not premium, but at least you don't have to use the phone naked from day one. Speaking of the design, the POCO X8 Pro continues the family style. The camera module on the back looks very similar to the X7 Pro. The frame is made of metal and the back cover is glass. Even though this is a mid-range phone, the build quality is surprisingly good, especially this flat display, no curved edges, and the bezel control is excellent. The bottom bezel is slightly thicker than the others, but at first glance, you might feel that all 4 sides are evenly balanced. Even though it only costs 1/3 of the price of an iPhone, the X8 Pro delivers around 80% of the look and feel. For a budget phone, POCO has really done its best. The display is 6.6 inches with a 1.5K resolution and support 120Hz refresh rates. Above 80 nits, it uses DC Demon, and at the 6.6 inches, it's actually on the smaller side for a budget phone, which I think a lot of the people are going to like. Overall, this display doesn't bring any big surprises, but it also doesn't have obvious shortcomings. Performance-wise, the processor is the Dimensity 8500 Ultra. Although it's not a flagship chip, the performance is definitely not weak. The Antutu score is around 2.1 million. Even with the large 3D games, you can lower the graphics a bit and still get smooth gameplay. To be honest, at this price range, performance differences usually won't be the deciding factor because you're not choosing it for extreme performance in the first place. Next is the battery, which is also the tricky part of this phone. The battery capacity is 6500 mAh. If you compare it with the Redmi Turbo 5 sold in China, you will notice that the battery capacity has been reduced slightly. Fortunately, the charging power is still 100 watts, which should ease some battery anxiety. In terms of imaging, the main camera is 50 megapixel with the IMX AA2 sensor and support OIS. The ultra-wide camera uses the classic 8 megapixel sensor, and the sensor size is only 1/4 inches. Overall, imaging is not its selling point. At around $400, the camera performance is fairly average. As for other details, NFC, infrared remote control, and an X-axis linear motor are all included. The Type-C port is still USB 2.0, dual speakers should be standard, and the water resistance rating is IP68 and IP69K. You will notice that the philosophy of mid-range phones is always consistent. Core experiences are delivered and less frequently used features are where costs are saved. To sum up, the POCO X8 Pro is a very typical mid-range phone. It's not the kind of device with the explosive specs that gets you excited, but it's the kind of a phone you won't regret buying, and it won't surprise you too much either. If you want a phone with a well-balanced specs and no obvious weaknesses at a lower price, the X8 Pro is still a safe choice. Okay, it's Will from Gizmochina. See you next time.